Hello and welcome to Sobrix. I'm Adam and this is Sobrix. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them and other Lego related stuff. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the brand new Lego Disney 100 Disney camera set. It doesn't have really even it's like kind of the Walt Disney set, but I don't think it says anywhere on here what this actually is. But it is set number 43230. It has 811 pieces, and I paid $100 for this set. Now, this set comes out officially September 1st, 2023. I was able to get this set early. I am not part of the LEGO Ambassadors Network. I don't get anything sent for free from any company. I paid for this with my own money, but sometimes I'm able to get sets early, and in this case, I was able to get this one, which I'm very excited about. The price per piece doesn't seem great, but I'm really interested in this film thing, and the minifigures here look really great, and I'm really interested in the function of the camera as well. So in this video, I'm going to open this up, I'm going to put this together, and then I'm going to share my thoughts on it. So while I build this, I will speed the video up, and then I'll slow it back down to review this set. So until then, enjoy! Okay, so while we are looking at the build process for this Lego Disney 100 tribute set, this film camera display Disney set, I don't actually know what the name of it is, but while we are looking at this, I just wanted to say thank you for watching, and then I wanted to remind you that if you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up or clicking the like button, and if you like my other videos, please consider subscribing to my channel by clicking the subscribe button. All of that stuff really helps me a lot, and so I appreciate it, and I'm just very grateful that anybody watches at all. I have a blast doing these, so it's a lot of fun to be able to share Lego with people and share this hobby that I love so much, that brings me so much joy and has helped me out tremendously. So I'm just very grateful that anybody watches at all, and I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because I love building Lego and I love talking about it and putting those videos on YouTube. So that's really great. Thank you. And I did want to say, which I think I reiterate a couple times in this video, please, leave it in the comments, any feedback or anything else. There are some things that I sometimes might get wrong, or I might not know the names of certain things. Please don't hesitate to leave comments. I always love reading those, and I'll try to respond to them. So thank you very much. And now back to the rest of the builds for this Lego Disney 100 camera tribute display set, and then onto my review for this set. Okay, so this is the new Disney 100 sort of tribute set. I think it's kind of it's an icon style box, 18 plus set. It is a Disney 100 camera display set. And for this set, I am sort of trying some new stuff here, a new kind of camera setup and new audio setup and stuff while I do this. So hopefully this works okay. And it's sort of hard right now with this lens to get the whole thing sort of in the picture here, but I'll do my best. But the first thing I wanted to do is look at the minifigures. So we will take a look at those first here. Okay, so you get 5 minifigures here, and they're a little bit on a display. Let me get my focus. And we can see that they're on kind of what looks like a clapboard, I believe they are called here. So it has sort of that black and white checkered look, which is where they might write like the name of the picture that they're working on and the scene and the act and whatever else is scene number and different stuff. So that's nice. And then at the back here we have this display that is supposed to be the I can't remember what it's called now. They used to use in animation in Disney, and I think they sort of pioneered this type of filming, is that they would have these glass plates that could add depth to their animation that no one had really used before. So Lego did this really incredible thing here to kind of emulate that. And so if we can see in here, there's a bunch of printed, window pane elements there, and they go back kind of in, from different depths. So it adds a lot more. So there's one in the front that has some of the landscape and the tree here and this fence. And then behind that, there's like the pathway. And then behind that, there's the sky with the moon in there. So that's really, really cool. And then they kind of have this build for this camera here. I thought it was super neat that they printed all those window panes in there. So really nice. As far as minifigures go, on this display, we'd have a Walt Disney here. They are holding the printed sort of Steamboat Willie tile there that I think also came in that Disney 100 picture holder gift with purchase. We can see the alternate face for Walt Disney there. They're also holding a pen. As far as minifigures go, this is all right. It's nice to get the printed tile, but the rest of it is just a pretty normal gray suit, I would say. But the really great thing about this set is you get 4 other figures. So we get this Mickey minifigure here with the nice dual molded head. It's kind of the old school black and white looking type Mickey. The torso is just plain black. The legs are printed nicely, and they are actually dual molded here with the gray and black. And then they have printing around the side to get that effect for the shoes. So we have dual molded legs there with printing on the front. So the legs are really nice. The head is really nice. And I don't know if this Mickey is exclusive, but it might be. I have a feeling that it is. We also get a Minnie, which is very much the same as Mickey. Has some extra printing on the side, on the face there, but still dual molded. Same kind of torso. Then we have this really nice skirt piece. Let me see here. The skirt piece is kind of the molded piece with polka dots on it. That's very, very nice. And then again, we have printing on the legs, and these legs are also dual molded. So we can see here, these ones are they are dual molded with black and white. And then they have the printing for the gray for the shoes. So lovely to see that. Besides Walt, Mickey, and Minnie, we get this Bambi figure here which is excellent. There's really good production work. I think this is triple molded here, unless this tan is just printed, but I think it might be triple molded because even some of the stuff on the head here, it feels like it's another color molded there. But the production work on this is very, very nice. Really cool to get a Bambi minifigure or figure at all there. So that is terrific. A lot of character there. And we also get Dumbo. And I believe Dumbo is triple molded with the kind of pink and the red and the yellow. We can see if we look at the underside where you can stud this down, you can see that red sort of core there for the collar. The printing is good. The ears look great. And collar kind of extends to the back. So we get a really lovely Dumbo as well. These kind of can stud down on the side there, which is really terrific. So this is a nice little display set, display kind of thing for the minifigures that come with this camera build. So that's very, very cool. And it has just tons of extra stuff with the clapboard, with this whole structure for the kind of window pane type animation that they did. They use this kind of metallic silver piece up here to do like emulate like a mirror. This is like a little camera build, and so then they can film and add extra depth to their animation in a really, really cool way using these clear plates there that are painted. So I thought that was really smart and really well done, and made me really, really happy to see. So really, really nice. Then besides that, we have the rest of the camera. So now we can kind of see the rest of the camera here, and I'll sort of move this a little bit back further so we can try to see the full thing there. And this is really cool. So this looks like in kind of old school camera build, like a film camera. I don't know if it's supposed to be like 8mm or 16mm. This feels like it comes with this wonderful printed film piece, which we'll look at a little closer later. This feels to me like more like 35, and it could be that this was a 35, but I actually have a tattoo of a film strip that's supposed to be 16mm, so that was really interesting. We have like kind of where the film extra reels would go up here. That is the Disney 100 logo there. And we have a ton of functions in here, but even just looking at this over, it's really, really cool. It's a really nice display set. So we have a nice tripod with the spreader down here. The legs are feel like they're properly expandable here. It feels very sturdy. The colors are chosen nicely. Above that, we had some really interesting techniques to get kind of the three legs to all be equidistant and look nice around a circular base. Then we have kind of like a gear and some interesting pieces in here that I don't think I'd really ever seen before. That moves up to kind of the top of the tripod head, maybe, where this sits at a little bit of an angle. You can't adjust the angle at all, and you can't turn this. So that was kind of interesting. I thought you'd be able to move this a little bit. So if I spin this, we can see we have a handle here, but you can't like tilt it up and down really, and you can't really spin this around either like you would on a normal tripod, but it's still pretty cool. So all of the base here in the middle came together really nice. It feels very good and it looks really good. Then we have the whole camera body. So up at the front we have different lenses. This can be spun around to kind of get different maybe focal lengths or whatever, and then we have this bit as well for the lens that can kind of be moved around. It can spin. We have the crank for the old camera, and this actually makes a really neat sound. And I'll show the mechanism for how that works in there in a moment. We have some more details around the back here. And then on the other side, we have maybe the viewfinder, or where you might look through the camera. As you saw, that can be articulated a little bit. There's even a little lens thing out of the front, which is a similar build there, so we can see that. And actually, if you look through here, you can see how these lenses actually do pretty much line up with this bit, which is very, very nice. This is a really cool build. So this camera is awesome. It feels very true to form, feels really realistic. But then besides all the features I've already shown, there's kind of a hidden feature in here, and that's that this can open up. So if you turn the viewfinder on its side, we can open up in here, and inside there is the mechanism that makes the sound of the crank. And we have a little chair, and there's a little kind of easel where you could set Walt Disney in there and set the tile there, and he could be wielding his pen, and Walt Disney could be working inside the camera there, which is a cool little feature. If you didn't want this to be part of the display, but you still wanted some of the minifigures like hidden about, Walt can go sit in there, which is very cool. So it's kind of hard to see in there, but it's small, but it's pretty nice. It's nice that that's hidden in there, which is, you wouldn't want to open that if film was really in there, because it would the light would affect all the film. But for this, that's very, very nice. And now I think we'll go back to the normal view here, because this was a bit of a struggle for me. And you can let me know in the comments if I should work on more videos, using a different camera setup and using different microphones and trying more angles and more different stuff. If you like that kind of stuff, then I'll keep working on it and getting better at it. And this allows me to show off some potentially bigger sets and some more vertical sets in ways that my usual setup makes it kind of difficult. So please let me know in the comments what you think about that. And for now, we'll go back to the other view. Okay, so now we are back at the normal view for my setup here, so we can see this in a little different look here. Hopefully that other view worked okay, but again, please let me know in the comments if I should keep working on that kind of stuff, and the more I do that kind of stuff, the better I'll get at it. But I do kind of like my very simple kind of top-down setup here. So but it does allow me to look at this that is supposed to be standing up in a way that this orientation does not really allow for me here. So when I'm in this kind of view, I think I'm not struggling with focus as much, so we can see this a little better. We can see the minifigures a little easier here without having to deal with focus. I was using a really narrow depth of field, which in the future I will correct. I'll sort of be at a different f-stop, and then the depth of field won't be so thin, so we can kind of get everything in focus that we need to. So I'll keep working on that, and I also like being here. So finishing up, I did want to take a look and show specifically the film strip that comes on or comes in this set. So I don't know if I can name every single film on here, but I'm going to do my best. So this is a film strip. It is a Lego kind of film. It's this plasticky film. It reminds me of, sometimes dragon wings are made out of this, and it's really, really neat. It's not actually perforated, so that's good for structural integrity, but the printing on here and the design is all really, really good. So we have individual frames of a bunch of different movies, and then it attaches on some like ball joint pieces here on the side of the top, and then it wraps around, and then down on the spreader of the tripod down there, the other part touches on that. So if we look at the top, I want to say this is from Encanto potentially, and then maybe Frozen. I think Princess and the Frog, Mulan and Mushu, Lion King with Simba, Timon, and Pumbaa. We have Beauty and the Beast with Belle and Beast. We have Ariel from Little Mermaid. I think this is from the great, I don't know, the Musketeers or the great. I can't remember what that one is. So please let me know in the comments. But we have maybe Robin Hood here with the fox, Jungle Book with Baloo and Mowgli. This looks like the Sword and the Stone. This looks like the dragon from Sleeping Beauty or something. Maleficent maybe. This looks like Sleeping Beauty as well, perhaps, or something else. I can't. What are those? Those apples? It's not Snow White, is it? No. What are those? So I don't know what those things are around her. There's like faces. There's like extra faces on those like little flowers or cabbages or their people. Then we have, I think, Cinderella and the Fairy Godmother. We have Bambi, of which this comes with a figure. We have Dumbo. We have Mickey from, I think, like Fantasia or something, or the Sorcerer's Apprentice or whatever it is. I can't, or the Sorcerer's, or the Magician's something. Then we have Pinocchio and what is his name? Geppetto? No, that's the guy who made Pinocchio. Jiminy Cricket. Then we have Snow White, and then we have Steamboat Willie. So I believe these are the order. If you start at Steamboat Willie to Snow White to Pinocchio and go all the way up, these are in chronological order with sort of, working our way up because, Little Mermaid is maybe 89 or 90. I think Beast is 91. I think Lion King is 93. Mulan. And then it has a pretty big jump here to Princess and the Frog, and then some modern day stuff up at the top. So I think these are all in chronological order of release and when they are made. They are all kind of translucent, but they all have different printing, tons of different colors that can pop through. So there's a little bit of color in here, a little bit of color on the crown there. Like Mushu has different color for them. Same with, Belle's dress, Ariel's hair, but it still feels like translucent and great. The production work on this film strip is amazing. And, in some ways, this set is like, this was a big thing for me when getting this set. I thought it was such a cool inclusion, and I was so excited to look at it, and they knocked it out of the park. It is just, it's integrated really, really well into the set, and it looks great. And I think it makes this set like incredibly valuable just for for display, but also like that's such a unique Lego piece that not only is an exclusive, but the production's really, really great. It's got tons of references, and it's just really terrific. It is curled. It comes like kind of coiled in a little cardboard box. And mine did have some kind of like some leftover shaping issues from the coil. I think you could kind of coil those back out, and there might be ways to like flatten this, but actually I was pretty pleased with how it kind of lays. Given when it's connected here, it actually looks a little weird from the top because of some weird bends here, but for most of the time when it's like displaying, I think it looks really, really nice. So that is terrific. Ultimately here we have, I believe, we'll look at the extra pieces here while we're here. So we get, let me move this out of the way. We get an extra of the pen there that Walt holds, extra of this 1x2 rounded tile, which is great. Some Technic pins, some 1x1s, this interesting Technic piece, the kind of turnkey knob thing that goes on all of the tripod legs there. You get an extra of those. So pretty good stuff, but those are your extra pieces. I think this is 811 pieces, and it's $100. Now, Um, there is a good amount of Lego here. I mean, this is, I can't remember what the exact dimensions of this are, but it's more than a foot tall. Maybe closer to a foot and a half or something. It's very big, or, relatively big. The camera feels good. It's kind of flimsy, or looks a little flimsy. Looks like it has some give in places, but that's kind of feels accurate. And when it's sat down, it feels like it's not going to really go anywhere. The functions are nice. I love this sound. I love like the hidden stuff that you can put Walt, up in the camera. I think these prints are amazing in here and a really, really cool idea. I love the clapboard as well. And then we get 5 figures that are just exceptional. Like, they're really good, and the production work is good, and they're pretty basic. I mean, just black torsos for these, but it's so cool to get them. That it's really, really terrific. And Bambi is excellent, whoops, and Dumbo is excellent, so that's really nice. The film strip is incredible. I love this set. I wish this set was cheaper, but I really can't. As is, I feel like it's kind of worth it. I mean, I feel bad saying that. I don't want people who weren't interested in this to like rush out and get it just because I say it's worth it. But for me, there was some interesting building techniques, especially regarding like getting all the legs equidistant and stuff, good piece usages, and it's a really, really nice display set. I went to film school. I took some classes on the history of animation, which is why it bothers me that I can't remember what this technique was called. I grew up with a lot of the movies that are referenced on the film strip, as did probably many people. But so I was really excited when this was announced. I was very, very pleased to find it early. When I saw it available early, I just had to get it right on the spot, and I'm very glad that I did. Fun build, interesting build, terrific display piece. I'm very, very, very pleased with it. So yeah, $100 for 800 pieces doesn't feel great. 5 minifigures though, and these could be potentially worth money. I think this is the film strip could be potentially worth a lot of money. And then you get this really nice commemorative set, this really nice display set that is a pretty good emulation of a representation of an old school film camera. So very, very lovely. I love this set, and I actually think the value is kind of there, which is shocking to me to say, but that's just how I feel. So this is a huge thumbs up for me. If you like this video, please consider giving it a like, and if you like the other videos on my channel, please consider subscribing so you can stay up to date on all the Lego videos I'll be doing here in the future, including more Lego Disney 100 stuff, more display sets, 18+ sets, and then just tons of other Lego sets from all different themes, all different shapes, sizes, price points, and piece counts, tons of different stuff. So subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming Lego videos. And if you wanted to support this channel and support my videos here, the best way to do that is over at the Sobrix Patreon, which is linked in the description, and it's linked on my page, but it's also just patreon.com/Sobrix. And over there, you can join for as little as $2 a month or $5 a month or $10 a month or whatever. And you get access to all my videos early, get access to some exclusive videos, which I have a lot of stuff in the works over there for exclusives, and some other benefits as well. So maybe consider checking that out. It does help. I'm not part of the Lego Ambassador Network, so I don't get this sent for free. I pay for this with my own money. I was just able to sometimes get some sets early, including this one. And I don't make money on YouTube right now or anything, so if you want to support me, it's appreciated, but you don't have to. I love doing this, so this gives me a lot of joy. So I'm just very, very grateful and very, very pleased, and I love this set. Very, very appreciative. So that's that. And with all of that said, and leave it in the comments about the camera setup and the differences in this video, and anything else you want me to know. What do you think about the value of this set? What are all these movies that I didn't know or couldn't name on the film strip, and what is this system called for this glass painted plates that they use to add depth? Because if you know, please leave it in the comments. I really appreciate it. So now, with all that said, until next time, Thanks. Bye.